Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. So, one of my friends asked me about Tesla's design because he thought this might be a big drawback for Tesla, a potential risk for Tesla in the future, because they don't up their design very often. Will people not get bored of the old design? Or is this actually done by Tesla on purpose? And why would they do that? Well, let me try to explain what I think is going on here, and let's dive right in. So, as most of us will know, Tesla does not make a lot of design changes to the exterior of the cars. The Tesla Model S came out in 2012. It looked the same until April 2016. Then they made some small design changes and got rid of the big black nose in the front, which was no doubt the most notable change to the car, but still looked very much the same other than that. And then for the last 5 years, it has looked very much the same. Tesla did come out in 2019 with an updated Model S, the Model S Raven, but most of the updates was underneath the hood. It still looked the same. Then in 2021 they came out with the beast, the Tesla Model S Plaid. Here the update was not only underneath the hood, but also the interior got a totally new refreshed looks, with the more modern look of the Tesla Model 3, just with a bigger screen and a smaller screen in front of the driver and a little screen for the passengers in the back. And this interior design update was very much needed, because it has looked pretty much the same in the last 9 years. But again, the exterior design change are yet again so small you would not notice them if you didn't know what to look for. It is the lower part of the nose here, for example. There has been some subtle design changes too, and then we have the chrome delete, so everything that was chrome before is now black. Just like we saw with the Tesla Model 3, because that car design is also 4 years old, and they got a very nice update to the middle console and removed all the piano black plastic, which I think is very nice. I hate this piano black plastic no matter what car is in, but again, the outside design of the car is still exactly the same. So why is it that a company like Tesla that make changes to the way the car is built and produced and improve the car under the hood on a daily basis pretty much, do not make changes to the exterior design? The legacy automakers make small design changes every other couple of years, right? They don't change the whole look of the car, of course. You need to be able to see what kind of car it is, like the Mercedes S-Class. It has looked similar for decades, but there is a big difference from the 2002 model to the 2012 model to the 2021 model. So they do change small things all the time, so next year's model will look a little bit different and a little bit better than last year's model. But Tesla doesn't do that. But will this not hurt Tesla in the future? That Tesla has an outdated design on, outdated look of their car? Will customers not want to have something new? Let's say in 2024, when the Tesla Model 3 is 7 years old. Will people not start to think, I don't want a Tesla Model 3, I would like to have something new, something that doesn't look like the car my friend bought back in 2017? Yes, this could happen. So is it not a mistake from Tesla not to update the design? I don't actually think so. I think Tesla does this on purpose. Firstly, they are still growing like crazy, and don't forget, it was only a couple of years ago that Tesla did not make any profits at all. Their first full year with profits was last year, so it would have cost Tesla a lot of money to make a totally new design to the Tesla Model 3. And we also have to remember the crazy demand Tesla has. The Tesla Model 3 had over 500,000 pre-orders. And in 2017, they delivered a couple of thousand cars. That was it. And in 2018, they delivered about 145,000 cars. And in 2019, they delivered about 300,000 cars. So it would not really be before 2020 that Tesla actually got through their pre-orders. So if they had made a design change in 2019, the last reservation holders would also have gotten another design than what they actually ordered. So it would not make a lot of sense to change the design of the car over the last 4 years. But what about now? Well, right now Tesla still cannot keep up with demand, so why should they make a big design change to their cars? Because that would just make even more demand, because then maybe someone like me would also feel like, okay, the new Model 3 looks so sick, I want to update my 2.5-year-old Tesla Model 3 now, because that is very common for people that can afford a Tesla Model 3 or other cars in that price point, that they keep the car for 2 to 3 years, maybe 4, but then you also want a new car, right? So if suddenly most of the Tesla Model 3 owners that had bought their car 2 to 4 years ago also want to change their car out with a new, much cooler looking Tesla Model 3, Tesla's demand would just go up even further, because people would really feel like they're missing out. But this is not the case right now. The ones that have bought a Tesla Model 3 2 years ago, including myself, do not feel like we are missing out on that much, because the design is still the same. There is a lot underneath the hood that has changed, but you will not see that. So the updated version of the Model 3 is not such a big update that I feel I must have the new model. So before Tesla can keep up with demand, they should not make a big design change, because this is what the old guys are doing. They make design changes on the outside that makes the old version feel obsolete. But this is very different from Tesla, also because if I bought a new Tesla Model 3 today, it would only be a few things. I would get more, because Tesla also do great over-the-air software updates. So my 2.5-year-old Tesla Model 3 can still do the same thing as all the new ones when it comes to software. So I don't really feel like my car is that obsolete, because it gets better and better as time goes by. I also think that is why Tesla lies all the time, like Sandy Munro has said.
I'll tell you one thing that I found out. Tesla lies. You probably don't believe this, but Tesla lies. They understate continuously. Continuously. We've been doing testing and whatnot. And they say, oh yeah, we're using this. And then we go over with our little spectrometer, go, beep. Oh no, it ain't. That is super deluxe stuff. I mean, they understate a lot.
But Tesla do not want to tell the public that their cars are getting better and better and using more better and better materials, because that could increase the demand for new Tesla Model 3s, and they can't already keep up as it is. So I don't think we will see a big design change to the Tesla Model S, 3, Y, X anytime soon. Not before they can feel the demand is dropping, maybe because the design is getting too old. So instead, Tesla has the benefit of being a brand new company that still has a lot of new models coming out instead, keeping the people interested. And more importantly, they are still expanding to new markets. Like the Model Y, for example, is just coming out to Europe now. People are jumping all over it, because it might have been out in the US for a couple of years soon, but we have never seen it here in Europe before. So even though the design is basically 2 years old, for us in Europe, it is brand new. And Tesla constantly expands to new markets, and every new market they go to, the Tesla Model 3 and the Tesla Model Y are still brand new designs for that market. So that is also why I think Tesla will not make a big design change, because the design is still brand new in so many markets, and they still have to go to so many more markets. So again, it would be a waste of money making a new design right now. And as I said, Tesla has a lot of new stuff coming out to keep people interested in the company. Like people in the US will next year get their hands on the Cybertruck. So that is a brand new design coming out from Tesla. And in a couple of years, Tesla will come out with their new little, more affordable compact hatchback. In China and Europe and US and so on. So yet another new design from Tesla, and then Tesla has a car in almost every category. But will they be in India or Africa or South America and so on at that point? Because Tesla still have a lot of markets to expand to, but if they at that point need to update the exterior design of the Tesla Model 3 or the Tesla Model S, it will probably not be such a big deal for Tesla to do so anymore because they have become such a big company and can just make the new design, starting in probably the US where the old design has been out the longest and then just work their way through the list of markets they're in. So I don't think that Tesla wants to update their design right now. Firstly, because they don't have to, they still have a more demand that they can handle. Secondly, they still have a lot of markets where this is a brand new design. So Tesla will probably not update their design before they see a fall in demand. But the question is, will Tesla actually solve full self-driving before their demand will fall? Because if so, I don't think Tesla's demand will fall, and demand will probably never fall then, because maybe Tesla will not sell their car to you and I then, when they really get the full self-driving Robotaxis off the ground. Because, as we talked about before, it will not make financial sense to sell a car to the public anymore then, because then they earn $10,000, $20,000 on the car once. But as a Robotaxi, they could earn about $30,000 every single year for the lifetime of the car. And then the design of the car doesn't really matter anymore. Now it's all about producing as many cars as you can and getting them out in as many markets as possible. Then Tesla will just keep ramping up production, maybe even beyond the 20 million a year they have as a target in 2030, because then they don't have to worry about demand for normal customers as we know them today, and just need to flood the whole world's transportation market with autonomous vehicles in every category. So maybe Tesla's full self-driving will come sooner than people think, and therefore Tesla will maybe not update that design of their Tesla Model 3 at all, because they will never have a falling demand. But it is, of course, all just speculations from my part, so let me know what you think. Will Tesla's lack of new design to their car become a problem in the future, or do you think Tesla is doing this on purpose not to increase demand even further? Well, let me know in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and until next time, take care out there and be nice.